everybody and welcome to another video. In this video it's going to be another airport update. Now, yeah, I have got done quite a lot of change this time, probably a bit more than I normally do. Don't know why I just did that, I was like, wee. But yes, a lot more change this time, but essentially what I've done now is got me up to a point where there's literally only one thing, like one major project I have left to do in the airport. Yes, so... I was broke then, that was fun. So yes, right. I basically finished everything apart from putting the cars on the road, so yes. Yeah, that's the sort of things I've been doing. So, well, let's get started on it. So then, did I build this before? I don't think I did, but basically what I did was I decided that because I saw the control tower and thought there isn't actually any radar dishes placed anywhere. That I could put stuff like this, so I decided that I'd be putting this little radar tower here. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be, but it's fine, I quite like it. And the radar dish here, then the little antenna on the top there. So basically what I've done is, if I just go down here, it's a little the walkway that you have to go in, so then you just open it up like this, and then you come in here, and then there's this little guy, there's just like a mission control thing here, so then in here is where all the data supposedly come in. I just did some random little thing in here to do with that. Then if you go upstairs, you just have to get through the trapdoors from actually open the blooming things. Wow, and then I'm going to close them. As you can see, there's stairs up the middle, so we just keep on going up, and up, and up, and up. And there's this little area here, which you're not really supposed to walk out of, but you can if you want to. And then we've got this top part here under the radar dish, so I'd be afraid to go up there because you think you're going to get your head sliced off by it. But yes, there's a little radar dish here, and then you've got this on the little fence around here. And what I use this now is I just use this as a place to start flying with the Elytra. So in fact, I'll have to go down here for this side because it's a little bit lower, so I'll just do this and go whoop. Then we can see some other stuff. So that's that. Oh yes. This is how I do my airport updates. You haven't seen one of these before. I literally just fly around and see if what I've changed, because I haven't been in the airport though. I've just loaded up this world. I haven't been on it for like 2 weeks nearly, I should think. So in fact, I don't think I've been on it since I started school, which was about 2 weeks ago. In fact, more than 2 weeks ago. So yes, I haven't been on it for a while. So do bear with me here. But I've added, there's this sort of area for car parking. So what this is, if you didn't know, this is the cargo terminal of Norchester Airport. So I've made it so, because if you remember, I was saying that I wanted to do some sort of stuff there and I was going to do some fancy thing. So then I went and had a look at East Midlands Airport, which I've just put on screen now, and that area around where, because I did that because it's got quite a big cargo area there, and it was around like the back of the airport and where all the trucks were, and it was literally just a bunch of car parking spaces really with trucks in them. So I thought, oh well, this is going to be simple, because I was thinking I was going to have to do some massive thing. It was going to be really, really complicated, like all sorts of different complicated road lines. I'd have to work all sorts of stuff out, but no. It's literally just these little car parking spaces. I think I've made it so this type of truck can only just about fit in it, but this is the larger type of truck that you could get in there. This 18-wheeler or whatever, it's like a 10-ton truck. So yes, you'd have that. And then, well, this is kind of a more American-style truck. There's one that Lord Daka did for a tutorial. But yes, I will be putting other trucks in here that are slightly smaller, because they would fit in here a lot better. So what I've done is, because the way I do it, I have on the left going in the departing traffic, if you like, of the cargo. So you've got all of this in here. There isn't any here at the moment because there's no plane sitting there, so as you can see, there's nothing there. And then through here is coming out. As you can see, the arrows determine the direction of it. And then the little bit in the middle, as you can see, I saw that there and I thought, oh, I might as well go back to it, and then realised that I was pretty much equally apart from either of them. So then in here, as you can see, I've got all the cargo ready here. Also in here, as you can see, I added a little detector rails and redstone lamps, just to add a little bit of like security, if you like. And then because this what's this, FedEx 737 has just come in, and yes, this used to be a TNT 737 for ages and ages and ages, and then the registration of it, which is Oscar Tango November Papa, I think. I don't know how I managed to remember that, but that it was then changed to FedEx. It was now operated by FedEx, or actually ASL Airlines, but yeah, FedEx, they own it, but then it's been contracted out to FedEx, like it was a TNT, I guess. So then, yes, they've got all of the trucks coming in. And all like the cargo and stuff, you've got a nice view out here. We've got the DHL 757 also coming in, and we've just got all these cargo areas here. And we've got all this cargo ready to go, and then it's just nothing in here because there isn't actually anything there. So what I've done, as you can see, I've got the ones open. like the cargo open, the cargo doors open, sorry, depending on where the aircraft is. As you can see, this one's just coming in, so they're kind of loading up the stuff ready to go out. But the one for coming in is still closed because it's not quite in yet, but they'll be open that soon. These ones are both open because that one's been in for probably about, I don't know, say like 5 minutes or something like that. It's still loading up, but it's also unloading as well. And this one's got nothing in it, so it doesn't matter. So we've got that, and yes, did I show you this before? I don't know if I did. I was saying about the whole FedEx stuff. I don't think you've even seen it before, but yes, I literally just converted it to the colours of FedEx. I think it looks pretty cool. These are basically just like the titles down here. This is like FedEx Express, and then I can't remember what it says there. And there's a little bit of text there. We've got some text on the engines, and as you can see, this is ASL Airlines that it has down there, or Cargo Airlines, or whatever they call it. And as you can see, registration, Oscar, Tango, November, Papa. What I've done is, in fact, I've done quite a lot of things which you haven't seen. Oh my life, I'll show you quite a bit. Oh, I just realised. So yes, what I've now done is, I don't know if I showed this before. In fact, I probably didn't. I've now added this KLM. What KLM? What am I about? Thomas Cook A321. So I decided that in the cargo terminal, passenger terminal. I cannot speak today. And I'll quickly fly over there. No, right, get that. There we go. I was just trying to pick the block when I was moving and I was pressing the wrong button. And so in here, and in fact I've changed something. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. I'll go through this later. So what I've done is whoa, what's with the lag? I don't know. So what I've done is the time of the airport originally was 11:35, I think it was, but I changed it to 11:50 because some of these didn't really make sense because I had the Swiss FRJ pushing back, and there's something with that as well, which I just realised. I decided to change it, so I think the time for that is pretty much the same. Where is it? The flight to Zurich. Yeah, I think that's still 12:20. But I had it at that. In fact, no, it was 12:30, and the time was 11:35, and for some reason it was pushing back. I changed the time to 11:50, partly because I wanted to have another aircraft here. So if I just show you, up here, this is still the same, I think. This is the Jet 2757, which is just sitting there. That came in at 11:30 from Parma. Then we had the LM. It's not BE anymore because I've actually I'm not going to change everything. It's Logan Air now, not Flybe, so that's now landed, or that was 11:45, but it landed 11:43 from Norwich. Then we have T6330, which is that Thomas Cook A321, which is scheduled 11:50, and it basically says 1 minute till arrival, because it's meant to be 11:49, but then that's just the automatic way of doing it, and that was meant to be arriving from Rhodes. And then the last flight is just meant to be an EasyJet one, coming in from Charles de Gaulle. So basically I've changed the time now. I'll go through the subway because I feel like it. Wow, that's a weird illusion. Look at that, look, the bedrock and torches are still. Oh, that's weird. I basically added that, and I thought, because I thought that I wanted to add something like that, but I didn't want to really add too much, because I saw that there, other than the cargo area, there wasn't actually very many planes on this side of the airport apart from the Fox 70 there, so I decided that I was going to add another one in, but this would literally be the last one, so I think it's kind of cool. I've done this as my A321 design, yeah, just a length version of the A320 design, pretty much. I literally just added a bit there and a bit at the back. So then I've got the flaps down at 30 degrees or 35 degrees, I do believe. In fact, it might be 45 actually. I can't remember, but basically the last flap setting on the A321. So I'll just give you a little bit of a cabin tour. And the voice broke again. So we've got a nice little cockpit here. There's this glitch which I still haven't patched yet. We just keep on falling through blocks randomly. It's kind of weird. So yes, we've got this nice cockpit in here. Got your overhead panel up here. Sort of a little panel here. That will be the autopilot. Then you've got some dials here. Your side sticks. You've got your flap setting here, which I've gone all the way up because it's the largest flap setting because I have it like that. So see, it does it again. So that'll be them flaps up. Then this would be the two other configurations, takeoff depending on where you need it. And then that's for landing, so then I will just press one of the buttons on the overhead panel, we can get out. And then the cabin is based off of, they might have changed it by now, I don't know, but when I went on it in 2015, it was like this, the cabin was literally all grey, so yes, I think it is pretty nice. And we've just got a little galley back here. I have actually edited it compared to my old A320 design. In fact, I've changed a bunch of my A320s up, because yeah, I decided the back looked a bit too weird, so I had to edit that, and I think personally that's quite good. So as you can see, what I've done is, because it's literally just touched down, so I've got the effect here where the front wheel has just touched down as well, and then back here this is where the back wheels touch down. So yes, we've got that. Now basically everything kind of leads onto this, I guess. So what I've done here is I've gone and decided to put some sort of skid marks of where the tyre skids on the runway. I think it looks pretty cool. I think what I need to do though is, because it just looks like a straight line, and on airports what they do, like on airport runways, you see that it's kind of all streaky, so I'll probably have like a few lines here and there that sort of outside of it to say like the aircraft landed a bit too far to the left or the right or whatever. I also did it at this end as well, as you can see, and I basically did it inside the landing zone, which is where they would be touching down, and the landing zone is essentially, that's the threshold of the runway, and the landing zone is between here and then where the last one is up there. It's like 3 little piggies, 2 little piggies, 1 little piggy, I don't know, something like that. But basically, that's the start of the landing zone, and then from the white bit, I do believe, like the white rectangle, that's the optimum landing zone, and then it just ends at this last one here, so then I sort of trailed it out there. And so there was a plane that just touched down here. It touched just outside it, but yeah, it was just enough to stop on the runway in time. It would probably have to be like a, I don't know, sort of like a small little turboprop or something, so it's able to. I've now changed up all the runways and taxiways again, because I know I keep on changing it. So before the runway, it was barely changed at all, and now it's another thing that's just changed. So literally everything has changed in some way, majorly anyway. So what used to happen is, if you remember, it used to go up all the way around here. This is when I first actually made it, like 2 years ago. So then it went up all the way around here, and then joined up around here. But then when I was looking at, when I was doing the cargo terminal actually, and I was trying to look for those parking spaces, I realised that, well, I was looking at both ends of the runway, and the fact is that the, oh, what's this called? I want to say landing pad, but I don't think it's called that. It's something along those lines. But basically, I had the taxiway going into that, and that doesn't happen. The landing pad, or whatever it is there, and then the taxiway goes in front of it, and leads onto the threshold of the runway right there. So that was so completely wrong, so I decided to put that in like that. I think that looks, it looks a lot better now. Also, what I've done with the taxiways is I've now added, basically what they have is they have a sort of little area here, like sort of, I guess, the I don't know, is that the furthest back you can say? I don't know what that one is. But this is basically where aircraft, when they're waiting for ones to come in or leave or whatever, before they get clearance to go on the runway, they wait up against this line here, and that basically would say like runway 0927, 0927, because that's what this runway is. I'd probably say 2709 at this end, because that's a runway 27 going this way, 270 degrees. But as you can see, I've added it on all of these, and in fact, I think I changed this taxiway up a bit. In fact, I don't actually think there was one going in here. No, there wasn't, I don't think. I don't know if there was. Basically, there was one there. And I decided not to put it that way, because there's literally no point, because why would you go on the runway there? Because then there's like barely any of it left, and we can just go out there and take off. So I guess that one's safe, because I mean, I've seen videos of planes like there'll be a turboprop, and they'll go with this flow on the runway. They won't go right to the start of it, and they'll go like this far down, and then they'll take off, because they can just do it that way. I guess it was a little bit quicker for them to get off, like or something like that. And so yes, we've got that there. And if you're wondering why there's a bit of sponge here, that's I think that looks a really cool effect, because it's like where all the tire skids, marks, whatever, have just got into all of the yellow paint and just discoloured it a bit. I think that looks very, very nice. So, yeah, because originally I just had yellow going over it, but I didn't think that looked very good, so I changed it like that, and it looked quite nice. So also on Fokker 70, which I just realised, I actually changed it up again, because if you remember, I changed the delivery and lag again. Jesus, so yes, I changed it up again, and I decided that I needed a newer remake of this plane, so now it looks a lot better than it did before. So I reshaped the wing, I added the fairings on it, which I think look very, very nice, because I think Atlantic crafted it as well, and like I'm on the Edinburgh Airport. So I've got here, there's this sort of like black line on the edge of the wing, I don't know what it is, but basically it goes in front and then on top of this. And I think that just adds a little extra touch of detail, as well as this little red bit here on the end of the fairing. It's on the right wing only. Then I think I also changed up the engines as well, sort of the engine design that, because I think it looked a little bit weird. And I do believe that I just kept the cabin as the same. In fact, no, I didn't. I think I changed it so there was a bit more business class, because I looked at the Seagura map for this, so there's quite a bit of it is actually business class. I'd say, yeah, it is about a quarter. I changed it up again, and I think that's going to be the final design of that. Also, I think I shortened this A321, because that version of the what is it, KLM? What I keep on saying KLM? The Thomas Cook A321 over here, and that actually looks really good. Look at the text. That was quite realistic from this distance. So, yes, this was actually 2 blocks longer, in fact, at the front, because I wanted to add an extra window, but it just looks so weird that I decided to shorten it. The nose originally would have come up to there, but I've made it go back a bit. You probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but I didn't want it as if someone would find that out and go, aha, there's something wrong here. And plus, I just wanted to make it so there was, yeah, they were just all the same design. I didn't like it, so it just bugged me. Also, I changed the winglets out. I think I showed you last time I changed the winglets out to these, I don't know. And basically, that's the design I originally did. Then I thought, oh, because this is one that Andrew did, and I thought, oh, that looks weird because there's a bit above but not a bit below. So then I did that really huge one, and it looks weird now, so I decided to do that, and also I changed it back on this one as well. Inside of here, I do believe I changed it to concrete because I just wanted a bit of an update of that. Yes, I did. And in fact, I just realised something, which I didn't show you the other end of the runway where I did that, because I actually changed that up as well. What I've done is, oh yeah, something else as well. So, really is. Basically, there was a taxiway. It went much further down here. It's like the other end. I came out right there and then came on and joined up to the runway. But then I realised I hadn't actually got these little arrows of like the threshold of the runway. I didn't have that there. Then I realised I didn't have the landing pads. Then I had to add that in. And in fact, in fact, yeah, you know what I did? I remember I put it there first, and then I changed the design of that, and then I had to move it back. That was annoying. So yes, now, also, as you can see, you're probably bugging me to say, I better show us this. This, which I'm extremely proud of, is the runway approach lights, and I realised I didn't have any of these, so I thought I want to put them in, and I'm really proud of how they turn out. So I basically got a picture of like a plane coming into land, probably about, I don't know, like half a mile out, so not quite that far, but from about there, maybe? I don't know. But basically from there, and then you could see all the runway lights going down. And so basically this was it. So they had these ones in the middle where there was 5 lights on top, and there was a gap between them. Basically, I carried on following the line of the lights down the runway here, the redstone torches. And so there's a 10 gap between them. So as you can see from this one here, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Wow, never mind. It doesn't matter. So yes, I've got that. In fact, that will be annoying me. I'll have to change that. Wait, in fact, no, I can't because the. Never mind. Right. Yes. Anyway. Yeah, they were meant to be 10 apart, but then you've got these ones going down here. And right down the centre, it goes all the way to the back, and then that goes back. I can't remember how many lights. I believe was it 8? I can't remember. Basically, I only have 4 of them here, because then it just goes to the edge of the world. These ones, they were kind of annoying, because they were 4, and they were kind of spaced apart, but it was really annoying, because I couldn't have, like, 1, but for 4 of them, so I had to do 2 like that, which is kind of the bad thing about this, but I think overall it turned out alright. So yes, then I've got the ones on the outside here. They had, like, I think it was, yeah, it was like 5 down the middle, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of like the middle ones, and then on the 6th one, then they had another line of these 2 here, and then from then they had like these last approach lights, I guess, and these ones were actually red, and then the middle ones were sort of like yellowish, so yeah, this was kind of a perfect combination with the redstone torches and normal torches. So if I just go out here, then if I just switch it to night quickly, that's the wrong button, so if I just switch it to night, that looks really cool, doesn't it, do you think? But that'll probably be the thumbnail for this video. Yeah, and that looks very, very nice going into the runway there. You've got the little planes there. Well, they're not little, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so you've got the runway approach lights here. So then you'd come down here, and then you'd go landing on the runway there. So in fact, I have made the runway longer than it was. Did I update the map for it? Let me just change it to day quicker so I can see it a bit better. Oh yes, I have, because I can see the little landing pad there. As you can see at the bottom of my little dude there. And on the map, so yes, I like the way which I did the little arrows on the landing pad or whatever. So I need to look at what it is. I'll probably put it in the video now, just saying what it is, because I've probably looked it up. Let's go and show you what I've done with the terminal, because I keep on saying, oh, it's done, but then I realised that it's not quite done. So you come in here, and then I decided to add like a Norchester sign up here, because, you know, I mean, they're going to be wondering why you put this little wall up here, because if you go around here, I've added more checking desks. And I know that you may be going, oh, there's like only 3-block gap here, how are people going to queue up? It's kind of a compromise I had to make just because of the size of it, and I didn't want to have to move all these all out, and I thought that like something like a 1-block gap or something like that. Basically, I added it because I thought that the amount of check-in desks I have, because normally at airports, even smaller airports, like even at Norwich, there's a bunch of Flybe ones. I think there's 2 KLM ones, well, the Flybe now, there's now some Loganair ones, there's Eastern Airways ones, and there's all sorts of airlines, and I thought that, well, this is meant to be a semi-international airport, so why the hell have you only got like 1 for each airline? So I decided that what I do is I copy them, also change this to Loganair, and the slogan is Scotland's airline. So yes, I decided to add a few more EasyJet ones. I added another Thomas Cook one. I added some Ryanair ones as well, just to mix it up as if Ryanair is operating here, but just all the planes are out flying places with their slogans, low fares made simple. This just be good as not Stansted. Did you heard about that? So I've got another Jet 2 one, and I got some other TUI ones here as well. And I do believe now, because the original name change on all the aircraft, it commenced in February, I think, but now they're officially, I think it's after the season ends, they're officially changing into TUI Airlines UK. Now, one thing I do believe Atlantic Craft changed up the cabin, because I remember he came on this and then I said, I didn't touch the cabin because you've been on it, and he went, oh my god, this is so outdated. And then he changed it. So yeah, so we just close up that door. And so what I've done now is, because I've got these little areas here with like being vehicles and stuff, which I'm going to be doing later, as I said in the last major project, what I did is I decided that I'd add stairs. So basically, what the size of the stairs are is basically the 757 stairs, and probably the Trident stairs as well, and the ones which would be on the 787. Basically, they're one block higher than the ones for like the A320 and 737 and things like that. So I decided what I was going to do is I'm going to have two sets of stairs, like one large one for like 757, 767, 787s, things like that, and then I was going to have these smaller set of stairs for like the A320s and stuff like that. So as you can see, I've got the stairs here. What I've done is, because I was thinking about like the people with disabilities, like the ones in wheelchairs and stuff like that, they'd go up in a different section, or just getting in the door, and then they wouldn't want to be crowded around. They have like the little stairs up here as well, and then I could have like the wheelchair access thing to do that. Also, I was thinking about the catering truck as well. I could do that here. That'll be interesting. Basically, as you can see, the stairs on here, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the A321, not the A321, just the A320 77 series, as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 3 there. So yeah, so I got that. So yeah, I thought that I would put the little stairs back here. This one I haven't put fully in because this isn't completely boarding yet. It's just getting ready to board. So as you can see, they're putting the luggage on. And usually when you board, they're pretty much done with putting the luggage on. However, they're starting to do their pre-flight checks by that point. So as you can see, the doors are open and ready. And then these ones are about to be open. So everyone's just sitting in there just waiting for probably about another 5-10 minutes. And then this would be boarding. So yeah, so I got that. So I think it's a pretty good way of going to be doing it, as well as I said, putting a catering truck there. That'll be pretty nice, because this one will be fully being turned around. So as I said, it'll be catering truck and all sorts of that'll be very, very interesting. So as you can see, I'll put the two stairs here. I have the A321 at the back, the A320 737 one here, and like the 787, 757 one there. And so these ones, there's no place there. And then also, the reason why I changed this to a Swiss A320 instead of the old Avro RJ100 that was pushing back was because this happened. Yeah. And then I remember when I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of have one in Norchester, now it's outdated. And speaking of which, I need to get this done before the KLM Fokker simply goes out of service, because I do not want to have to get rid of that. I replaced it with embroidered, because I haven't done an embroidered tutorial. So, yes. Originally, I was thinking about possibly like putting in CS100 to replace it, because that's what they replaced with Ibirdball. But I thought, oh, I don't want else to do that. In a nutshell, so I just put an A320, and this is actually the one with the only Swiss A320 which actually has sharp hooks on. And personally, I think the livery actually turned out very, very nice, especially the text. It would be actually red concrete, but because I've got this one slab here, red concrete next to acacia slabs look even worse than red wool next to it, so I decided that I'd keep that in. So for that one reason, all of it has to be red wool instead, but I still think it looks quite good. So inside of here, let's just give you a tour of it. This one's meant to be boarding, so as you can see, we've got the stairs there, and the doors open for people for boarding. These doors are open, and those doors are open. If I just give you a sneak peek. In fact, hang on, what block was this? Is this grey stained glass? Yes, it is. Yeah, doors are open there. So yes, this is a completely in the I don't know. It was I would say that it's just about started boarding, or like halfway through boarding. So if you just go inside the same cockpit. And in the cabin, I actually had to look at this, and because Swiss apparently are renovating all their A320 cabins right now. So I went and saw. Oh my god, we're recording for half an hour. Basically, they have different seats for a bunch of them, and then I had a look at what one this was, and yes, I decided to put it in. So they have a bunch of business, and they have this sort of wall divider here about where the wings start, and they have a little thingamabiggy there, cabin crew there, and then the rest is just economy towards the back, with that cabin crew there as well, and then we've got a little galley at the back there as well. Registration is Hotel Bravo Juliet Lima Tango. What I've done now is I have now completely finished all of the decoration. As you can see by the map, the area which I'm in now, that was completely all like just grass and there was nothing there. And then probably about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, I suddenly went and said, let's just complete all of that because I'm bored and it needs to be done. And that was the only other major project other than putting cars and stuff on the roads that was needed to be done. So what I did was I added a few more trees in here because it looked a bit sparse. It still kind of does. I think I need to add a few more. But I added a bit more in there, and then I added a bit more trees along here. As well as the ones that were there as well. So when you go down the train line, you're just going through a forest almost. So I think that looks very, very cool. And like that. So what I decided to do, in fact, the best way for you to show this will be. So we're just, say you're trundling down the motorway here, like do. No. It's not going to be very far. So imagine you're slowing down here, like do. Oh, we need to turn off here. So then you go down here, there's a top tree there, which doesn't look very realistic. You go in this little area here, open this up, and there's a little road down here going through the forest. So if you just go down here, we end up as a level crossing. So there's the railway here as it goes over the railway. So this is where I found out that my railway was probably a bit too big. It's too late to change now. So, yes, then it goes through here, goes through the forest here. Where's it leading to, you may be asking? So, it goes down here, through the farmland. Oh, is that a house? Is that where it's leading to? Bingo, it is, right. End of roleplay there. So, I decided that, if you remember that I built the house over there, that was smaller, I decided I'm going to build a bigger farmhouse, and then the first one I was going to renovate it and do stuff inside, but then I thought, oh, well, I really want to, and then I spent probably about 2 hours doing that, so... Got a little garden out the front here. So I decided this all by myself. I think I was pretty proud of it. So we've got this little hallway in here. In here we've got a nice little fireplace. When fire spreads on, that doesn't burn, so it's not when I want to burn something and then realise that this also burns down. And then I'll upload it and find it's all, like I save the game and then find it's all burned down, and that will be annoying. So yes, we've got a nice big TV in here with like Donkey Kong going on. A little sofa down there, and then we've got a one in the corner here with a little coffee table there, and some music discs there, and beams in the ceiling. I think it looks pretty nice. So then if we just go in here, this is the dining room with a bunch of pictures on the walls, which I probably used up all of my paintings and item frames now by now, because I just put loads in here because I just wanted to make it less bland. So we've got a little kitchen in here. And so we've got like a worktop here, a kind of worktop here. We've got the oven there, like a crafting table, another picture there, like plants in the window. It looks quite nice. And more beams there, which I'm pretty proud of. And go through here, and this is a little garage. It's just, I'm going to imagine like as if that he's just gone out and somewhere like shopping or whatever, or gone to the train station to do something. Why? Why did you put that there? You silly boy, right? And so I got that, as you can see, you've got pictures on the walls up here. So if you go upstairs, so then we can go up here and see some stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of annoying, but something you just have to do with. In fact, we don't really need that. I'll just do that there, so there's a little ledge there for no reason. So then you just go around here, got another picture there, a nice view out there. So then this is a room. What I'm going to do is, like, there's a little boy's room in here, so it's probably, like, I don't know, like 4 years old or something like that. So he's got a cupboard here, and he's got some little mat down here where he, like, plays with cars or something. And a blue bed, and then through here on the other side, next to a Roman guy. Yes, we've got a girl's room. I'd say like a teenage girl, so I'm probably about my age. So you've got like a little computer down there where she looks up pictures of Miley Cyrus or whatever. And then, yeah, she's got a pink bed and like a massive bookshelf here. I've also got the beams in this thing I'll keep on showing you. I'm really proud of them. Then in here, this is like the parents' bedroom. Weird shelf there, massive cupboard here, but massive bookshelf there. Through here is the bathroom. And a quite nice toilet, which is kind of weird. Got like a bath in the corner there, and a little sink there, and then that's it. And so yeah, that's what's in this house. So then if I just go through here out the back, this is what it is in the garden out back, and I think it looks pretty nice. So just kind of lined here. Also got a little chimney there. I designed all by myself. I think it's quite nice. So in this field, is it potatoes? I think. If I just grab one, oh here it is. Still more if you needed to grab it, I didn't need to do that. So yeah. As you can see, we've got just a few trees planted around here, as I always do. Then here, it's just another sort of like farmers field, like livestock field. So then we've got one here, quite massive one. This was actually bigger than this. Or was it the bush, the hedges went down further down there. In fact, I think I might actually even move it back a bit because I know this is where if I just go and line up with a bush, that's where the bush is. Everything going to the left of me, like pointing in that direction which I'm facing now, all of that is just grass. That's just part of one field, so I think I might want to change that. I don't know, it doesn't have to be exactly square, so we've got that, and then here, as you can see, we've got just another, I'd say that this is just, this will be a bigger wheat field, but I just decided to fill up this corner here, and, excuse me. Yeah, as you can see, this is how recently I've done it. It's all still growing. At first I felt like on this section I kind of bone moved it a bit, but then after that I thought, oh, there's just no point, I'll just leave it to grow naturally. So I was going to say that's it. No, it's not. Same malarkey with the train station here, but I've kind of changed it up. So I think I did show you when I changed up all of this, so it wasn't all multicoloured anymore. But then through here I have changed up some stuff. So if you remember, I had a train at the front here, which was a blue one, and I looked it up, and it's basically like a high-speed train, which is used on like services going from like I don't know, like London to Edinburgh or something like that. So there was I was putting it on the line going to an airport, it didn't really make any sense. I decided to change it to one which actually operates from Norwich. It's one operated by a local company called Abellio Greater Anglia. I can't remember what this train was called. I'm not really a train enthusiast, so I will probably never get what one it is unless I keep on trying to find out. So then we've got, basically this is a lot smaller now than the last one. So this is meant to be Norfolk Rail, because this is meant to be Norfolk. So this is kind of like the logo for it. And that has like a grey strip here, and then these are meant to be like little vents here, these black things. And then it's kind of sloped down in the middle, but this is the best way I could do it. And then it has a, because it's an electric train. Because the other one, the 125, the HST 125, that had electric, like it was acting as if it was electric when it's not, it's diesel. So what's wrong with that? So I decided to just change that up a bit. And also so that'll be easier for them to turn around, because it's a sort of like double-ended, as I call it. So I changed up the carriages a bit to how they were on a picture that I saw. I have little red bits here, but other than that, the cabin inside is still the same. And because I downsided these, I decided to move all the signals down here. They moved down here, and I think, I also added some, the wire above here, so then they could actually get power when going across the points. I was thinking, first, well, you can't really see where they are properly, because you have to go right down low, and you can't see them properly because you can't really see them through the all of the cables. But secondly, how are they actually meant to get power when going past there? It made no sense, so I just had to put that in there. And as you can see, move the signals down there. So yes. And then you just go down the runway like this, and this looks quite realistic going over here like this. So yes, that finally, and my voice is about to die. That is pretty much everything I've done. As I said, there'll always be a few things which I'll probably forget to show you. One thing I just realised that I forgot to show you is I changed all the stuff here to just grey, because I just want this to be like the Norchester style of seats, to just be completely grey. Sort of like grey seats in the middle. I think that looks quite nice. So yes, anyway. Also I changed up Concord, the windows. I don't know if I showed you that. Anyway, and this is, oh my god, there's so much stuff to change. I changed up the logo of the Apple View Hotel. Well, not changed up, I added it. That's meant to be an A, and that's meant to be a V. I think that's a quite cool design. Then it just says hotels, so it's just like AV hotels. That is it. Finally. And I changed up a few road signs. As I said, there's always going to be a couple of things which I'm missing, and also road signs up here. And so that'll be the end of this video here. We're recording for over 40 minutes and my voice is about to die. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video if you decide to start one as well. Bye!